Part 2. It's like I didn't even go anywhere. I did, actually. I went and I got a drink, fed the cat, priorities. This is part 2 of removing and saving poor little Yoshi. Poor little Nintendo Yoshi. For just 35 cents a day, you too can save poor little Yoshi. So we took off security stickers in the last video, just so you remember. And I don't even know if I know how to post a picture. I'll try to post a picture of what it looked like before. We're left to the security stickers. So there's a security sticker right there that wrapped all the way around, and a security sticker right here that wrapped all the way around. When you remove the security sticker, and this is very normal, when you remove the security sticker, it says, we can't really read it, but it says void underneath. So when you remove it, it says void. These are a pain to remove. Okay. So what we did was we stripped out the motherboard. Just be safe. And I'm going to show you guys how to remove void security stickers after you're about this far in, so you might as well just keep going. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? A couple of different ways. Let's get into it. We got our Scotty Peeler. We have our plastic scraper. Heptane, as always. Heptane and Qtips. That probably already dried. And then we also have Goof Off that I used in the previous video that I will potentially be using again in this video. We'll just have to see. So last time I did a jump cut because I was just sitting here scraping. I was like, nobody wants to see this. And now you're going to see it. I think what's really funny is before I was doing this on YouTube, I was literally just doing this in the comfort of my own home for fun. So really, which is more sad, you know? You know? Okay. Here's where we do a little bit of mad science. So we're going to take some paper towel and we're going to spray some water on it. Okay. And we're just going to soak that surface just a little bit, get it a little damp, bring in my Goof Off gel, and super careful because the label is right there. You're just going to squirt a little tiny bit on there, let it hang out, move it around a little bit, make sure that it gets a good even coating on everything. Let it sit for a second, okay? As you're doing this, you can take the time to clean up your other peelers, like so. Not even on camera, dummy, like that. Just let it sit for a second. And then when we start scraping, we'll want to start scraping away from the label just to be safe, okay? And you'll see how much this stuff pulls up. It might not pull anything up. It should, though. And the nice thing about the gel is that as you go along, you can actually kind of reposition where the gel sits and kind of reuse it in different areas. So that's kind of fun. Okay. So we got the majority of it off. So stiff brushes, okay? So I have toothbrushes that I use, and I always do this to show that it's a soft bristle, okay? These are not soft bristle. These are rougher bristle. These are actually auto detailing brushes. I love them because they have a nice real tight channel on there. You can get into places. They're also fairly cheap. So what I'm about to use it for, it's not a big deal. And you just go in here. Heck, this is the video I should have done ASMR on. Okay. And so what I'm doing, aside from just making it look like I know what I'm doing, is I'm getting into this channel right here. See that? Getting into that channel and making sure that I get rid of all the junk that's in there. And it actually turned out pretty well. Same thing on the edge. If you don't have... Actually, let's see how lucky we are today. Probably not very. This is just a disinfecting wipe. Yeah. That figures. But actually, try it with a scraper first. Yeah, no, okay. Edges are a little tough. You run the risk of letting it soak down into the label. So, your Goof Off on a paper towel. And again, because it's a gel, you can really kind of focus where it goes. Cool. Also smells nice, which is really the important part. Cleaning games and smelling nice while you do it. Whatever that was. Okay. Okay. A little bit of water, a little bit of the water and heptane mix, just to see if I can't kick up the, yeah, see? I know things, I'm smart. Not like everybody says. I'm not dumb. Cool. Really? I know I've told this story before, but there was a video by Angry Video Game Nerd where he was doing Sonic, the 360 Sonic, and showed the game case, and it was covered in labels. And I sent him a message, and I was like, hey, I'd clean that for you. And they were nice, and they were like, no, that's the point. We were trying to show off, you know, its age and its provenance and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. And the whole time I'm like, that's stupid, but whatever. I guess it makes sense. Just checking it out for any other little residue or anything, because the residue that I'm taking off of here is annoying. It can be very temperamental, and it can ball up and then just get sticky everywhere, which is not great. So, a little bit of water, little bit of goo gun. Nope, Goof Off. Can't remember my own science combinations. Oh my gosh. There we go. Let it soak for a second. Even this says prevent contact with skin. So it's almost like all of these chemicals, heptane, Goo Gone with the glycoethanol, and Goof Off, and IPA, say try to not get them on your skin. Actually, IPA, do not point at self or others. Anyway. And I am working on chemical-free videos. I know that's something that a handful of people have asked for. I am working on those things. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's not impossible. It's just instead of the chemicals, you use heat and time for a lot of things. So that can make it a little bit of a challenge. And you let a lot of things soak. So those might end up being guides more than anything else. Those might end up being, you know, kind of walkthroughs, or maybe I can do a video to kind of show the steps, but soak it over there, soak it over there, soak it over there. Isn't that gross? Isn't it though? Okay, go. I sometimes forget that you guys are watching, and then I just kind of go off into my own little world where I'm like cleaning and thinking about Yoshi. Is he a Pokemon? Or isn't he? I don't remember what they decided there. I think they decided that he was a Pokemon. Maybe not. It's like a Goof Off video now. Again, I mean, normally I would be using Heptane. I'll leave this over here for a second. I'm not, because it's going to fall. Okay, there we go. I would normally be using Heptane in a lot of these instances, but because of the weird edges and the weird angles that a lot of this stuff is on, you can't, because Heptane is a lot more liquid. So instead, I have to get a little more creative with what I do. There we go. For crying out loud. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Glad I made this a two-parter. Glad I made this a two-parter, and I'll be curious to see how many people watch part 2, this one, after they saw the first one. They're like, it's going to be him just cleaning in silence. What? Actually, maybe. That might be more beneficial. It's just going to be him cleaning in silence for like 13 minutes. It's the best video ever. He didn't say a word. And I know that I'm still learning YouTube. Like, I'm still learning like the analytics and everything. But it is really funny to see that like my video-only videos of how to clean like cartridges and stuff get a lot more views and a lot more people watch them than videos like this. And I'm like, oh, really? People like to watch that? And then, of course, I would too. Are you kidding me? Okay. That one little spot. It's way to go on. Okay. Okay. Mr. Yoshi, I have good news for you. Soft bristle brush. There's a little bit of residue. A little bit of just gunk in there. There's a little bit of gunk in there. And actually what you can do, and I've shown this before, squirt, squirt. It's a toothbrush. Get that in there. Somebody also pointed out that I complain about Goo Gone and IPA, but I use water all the time. I also have a towel regularly right next to me, ready to go at a moment's notice if I have to wipe up any water. Because I know that water will soak into the label and that will be bad, but I also know that if water gets on this label... Here, you know what? No, here. Because we're crazy. Ready? Watch. What have you done? And then you wipe it off, and then you're fine. Did that with IPA, you would get some color spreading. But you're fine. But anyway. I know in a video I said don't spray directly onto the game cartridges. But you know, sometimes adults say things and they're wrong. There we go. Okay. Just try to not spray directly onto the case whenever possible. And when I say don't spray directly to the case, don't apply anything to the case, blah, 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 it's because I don't want any overspray to hit the label itself. Also, can we take a minute to look at this little guy and acknowledge the trials and tribulations that this little guy has been through? And now look at him. Now look at him. You kidding me? Feels pretty good. Tell you what, same method for the backside. But I won't. I mean, here's your front. You know, we got the sides cleaned. We got the top clean. I won't bore you with the details of doing the same thing on the back. I'm pretty much going to be doing the same exact thing on the back. Water and Goo Gone. Oh my gosh, water and Goof Off. Correct. Water and Goof Off. Let it soak. Plastic scraper. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrape it all up. Clean it off nice and good. I'll do this. We'll come back. We'll reassemble everything. I got a couple of ideas for that black smudge. Which actually, it might be ink. We'll see. I got a couple of ideas for that black smudge. So we'll come right back and this will be cleaned up. So, cool. Okay. Be right back. I got one half done and then I had a thought. I said, well, what if people are watching this and they think that I faked it and like went and I swapped out a cartridge, like a fake cartridge or a different back to a cart and then brought this in and they were like, oh, he faked it. And then I thought, who in their right mind would have watched the video this far and been like, he's probably going to fake the cleaning part. So just so you can see, I have one half done. I'm about to finish the other one. But then I also thought, how funny would that be if I did a video like this and this got to be like my most popular video because people were like, it was great. He didn't make us watch him clean and he blew through the cleaning really quickly. It was fantastic. 5 out of 5 stars. Probably not. But just so you know, I didn't replace the back with a fake back. I actually went through the processes and the steps that I showed you earlier. So I'm not a phony. Okay? All right. I'll be back after I get this side done. Uh-huh. See that? See that right there? So it cleans up just fine. There's a little bit right there. Cleans up just fine. It, like I said, it's just tedious. It just takes a while. It's just literally you just sitting there going, Just a little tiny bit. I don't know if the camera's picking that up though. There's a little bit of discoloration. I mean, those stickers are a nightmare though. Like a nightmare. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, was video theft that big of a deal back in the day that they had to have armed guards and stuff to protect and patrol all this nonsense? See if we can get a little bit of that off. No. You can still see the faint outline. I don't want to go too far in trying to fix it, though, because usually that's when you make your fatal mistakes. Usually. Nope. 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 Potentially. Nope. There we go. He didn't talk for 20 minutes, and then when he tried to put the case back together, he put it on backwards 8 million times. Okay. So that was an adventure. We learned a lot. Shared some laughs. Told some stories. Learned some things. Oops. Oops. See if I can pick all this up in one. Look at that. Look at all that. Why, though? What? Is that really necessary? Oh. At any rate. No. Yoshi, you deserve the nice green rolling pastures of a microfiber. You, my little buddy, have been through quite a lot. You came out looking fresh. You know, you came out looking fantastic. I love this. There's a couple little spots here and there, which I might... we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll just leave them as is. But there's a few little spots. And again, probably didn't matter too much. But for now, look at that. I mean, just seeing the before and after for me is always really satisfying because it's dumb. It's a dumb little thing that probably doesn't really matter that much to most people. But for me to be able to see what a game looked like before, and then just taking a little bit of time and putting a little bit of effort into cleaning it up, what you can get it to look like afterwards is just the coolest. And it's the absolute coolest. And now someone at some point, sometime, somewhere will get this game and they won't even know about what it looked like before. They won't even know about the 8 million labels that it had all over it. And now it just looks, I mean, you know, easily on the same shelf. Easily. And you wouldn't even know. You know, that's the cool thing. So, sorry this was a two-parter. Sorry this was super long. Tools I used. Let's get this little guy off to the side. Tools I used: Scotty Peeler and a brush, scrapers, and scrapers and scrapers and scrapers. Q-tips and Q-tips and Q-tips and Q-tips. As always, Heptane. As always. There we go. Disinfecting wipes. Water. Goof Off. Any gel adhesive remover will really work in the same instance, same regard. This is one where absolutely take a shot at it. Absolutely. You know, if you get a game like this and if you get the opportunity to clean up a game like this, give it a shot. Try it and see Use my methods, use other people's methods, use whatever you think works, mess around with it, see what happens. I intentionally went into the game store and I said, do you have games that have security stickers on them? I want them, give me one. And they found me one. They found me a fantastic one. And I used that and I cleaned that one up, and this is what we're left with. And it took less than an hour. And this is what we're left with. I mean, how cool is that? Pop that on the shelf. You know, if you're going for a complete Nintendo library, this is one of them. You know, this is absolutely one of them. Even if you're not, if you're going for a complete Mario, you know, if you're going for a complete Yoshi, for whatever, this is one of the ones and one of the games that will be in that list. So this, I love doing this kind of stuff and just seeing what the game looks like afterwards and seeing, you know, the work that you did. I'll try to, I think I can post a picture of the before and after. So I'll put, here's the after, and then here will be the before. And if not, it'll just be a blank screen and I'll just look like an idiot. So at any rate, this is the kind of stuff that I dig. I really do, because it's, you know, you turn on some music, you turn on some Netflix, and you clean. A lot of times I'll turn on videos, gaming historian, stuff like that. I'll turn on that stuff, and I'll just watch his videos and clean these games and know that in my own little way, in my own tiny way, however much I can, I'm contributing to the sustainment of video games as an art, video games as a culture, video games as a lifestyle, as a hobby, as an everything. And this is my presentation and my proposal to the video game community as just something that just the average person can do to kind of clean things up, and keep video games going. Getting schmaltzy on the endings. You see that? Getting a little goofy on the endings. As always, let me know what you want to see. A couple of people have asked for, let's see, we've had people ask for PC Medium box games, which, sorry, I did that on a Discord stream. It was actually super easy. I keep bringing this out. I did how to remove Sharpie from a disc. I've done that a couple times. I will do that for you guys in a video. That'll be an easy one. I literally write on the disc with Sharpie and I show you how to take it off. It's easy. Don't be afraid of that kind of stuff either. I've had people ask for console repair videos. Those are tough because you have to have a very targeted repair. So if you want to replace the shoulder buttons, okay, that's a whole separate video. So then it would be shoulder button repair for the 3DS and shoulder button repair for the Vita, that kind of thing. There are fantastic guides out there for specifically that. iFixit has a fantastic website if you want to replace the buttons, if you want to replace the start button, if you want to replace the analog stick, whatever it is. They have an individual guide for each and every single little step with pictures and videos and tools needed and everything. I cannot get close to that level of professionalism and accuracy. So whenever someone says, hey, do you have a video of how to repair a console in a certain way, I always direct them to that because those guys have it, I mean, just knocked out of the park. Just absolutely fantastic. If I made one, it would be my way of doing things. I don't always cover all of the details that well. So maybe in the future, though, depending on what it is. But for me, if the source already exists, if the knowledge and understanding of how to do something already exists, I am not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to show you guys my method of cleaning things. I haven't seen too many videos on how to clean video games. I really haven't. So when I said I'm going to start to make videos on how to clean video games, it was one of those things where I hadn't seen it done before. I knew that it was a thing, but usually it was just a comment block. How do you clean this? Oh, it's probably alcohol and water. Goo Gone and a hairdryer. And that was it. How do you remove labels? Goo Gone and a hairdryer. Okay. How do you remove this label? Well, you can't use Goo Gone and a hairdryer because it's two labels on top of each other. Stuff like that. So I went out and I made videos because I realized that there was a lacking in video tutorials of how to do this stuff. I hope it's entertaining. I hope you guys would like at least enjoy watching. I tend to kind of zone out while I'm cleaning because I just do this and not really pay attention. I played all of Oblivion, and I cleaned a big chunk of my games while watching Deadliest Catch back in like, I don't know, 2010, 2011. So I tend to do that where I just get like tunnel vision and I'm like, I'm going to disappear for 3 hours and clean something. So I'll try to get into more of the history and stuff too, if that's the stuff that you guys think is interesting. Also, this is a good game, though. This really is a good game. I'm almost positive it's on Switch. I'm almost positive it is. It's just a fun, basic puzzle game. And it has Yoshi. And what's crazy is that Yoshi was looking like this in the 80s. This is the Yoshi that everyone knows, and this Yoshi was running around in the 1980s. That's weird. So, might as well clean him up. But seriously, though, I love this stuff. That is actually it for my games that have security stickers. So I'm going to go out today and go to a handful of stores in my area and ask if they have more security stickers, stickered games, and do that. I have one, and this will be the next video. I wonder if I can do this without giving away too much. I have one, let's see, and it's double labels on the cover art. That'll be a fun one. So that'll be one later on. But I love this kind of stuff. I really do. When I say this stuff, I mean cleaning Nintendo cartridges. So, as always, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the interaction and everything and the messages. And I'm trying to get better at Twitter and trying to figure out social media stuff, how to do it better. Let me know, as always, let me know the kind of videos that you want to see, what kind of cleaning videos you have, cardboard, stickers on cardboard. I'm not even joking. If you guys find eBay listings of reasonably priced games that are cardboard boxes, so Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, those kinds of boxes, if you find listings with those where they have a price sticker on it, send them my way because I want to buy those and show people how to take stickers off of cardboard. I don't have any because I took mine off a long time ago. It's a really easy method, but it's very specific to cardboard. So if you see one or know one or something, Mercari, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, whatever it is, just send me those links because I want to be able to do more of those. I've had a number of people say, hey, I have a special edition in a cardboard box that has a price sticker on it. How do I get that price sticker off? I will absolutely make you a video for that. Absolutely. If you have something that is delicate or expensive and you want to get the stickers removed and get it cleaned up by yours truly, we can talk about that as well. I've done that for a number of people, and that's something that I don't mind doing because a lot of this stuff took a lot of time and practice, and if it's an expensive game, I don't blame you. I also get nervous when I do expensive games, and I take a lot more precautions. If this was like a little Samson or something, I would have taped up the label to protect that. I would have taped a lot of the edges, and I would have put it in a lot more of a protective environment to be able to clean it up, that kind of thing. So if I get my hands on an expensive cartridge, I'll show you guys the full method that I use just to kind of clean everything, and if it's for a customer or something, the lengths that I go to just to make sure that everything is protected. So at any rate, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I love that you guys love video games. I love that this is something people are interested in is cleaning and restoring their collection. That's awesome to me. So, schmaltzy endings. Oh, goodness. Until next time, I got a couple videos coming up. The next one's going to be a cartridge video. It's Sega Genesis. Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis. Some people say it's the best video game ever. I don't know. I disagree. Donkey Kong. At any rate, until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'm going to keep cleaning. See ya.